Hi guys, it's KINO. Welcome to another video. So as you can see from the title, today's pick a card reading is going to be a confidence booster for you. We are going to be taking a deep dive into what makes you so wonderful, the qualities that make you amazing, why people love you. We are gonna look at this question from a few different angles, which I will get into explaining more in detail once you have chosen your group. But I really hope that this reading can be a confirmation for you or a reminder, if you may need it, about why you are so amazing. And it may even bring up some things that you hadn't considered. So there are 4 groups to choose from today. With each group, we are going to be using a different tarot deck, and I've also placed a different crystal on top of each to help you pick. I am also going to be showing you one card from each deck so that you can get a sense for what the artwork looks like. And today I am showing you different court cards. So I have one of each of the Page, Knight, Queen, and King, and also one of each suit. So when you're choosing your group, you may be drawn to the crystal, the back artwork of the decks that you see here, the front artwork, the particular card that comes up for you. If you do feel called to, you may want to scroll down to the pinned comment where the timestamps are, because one of the timestamps might have a number that is particularly significant to you. Oh, and also, this is definitely a reading where I would encourage you to listen to as many groups as you feel called to, because there is no limit to the amount of wonderful traits that you can have. So if you do happen to feel drawn to more than one, that's probably a sign that I have a lot of compliments for you today. So without further ado, let's get a close-up look at each of your options. For my group number 1s, we have this rose quartz, and we're going to be using the Pastel Wizard's Tarot. And your card is the Queen of Wands. For my group number 2s, we have this heart that I still have not figured out what it is, and we're going to be using the Sasurai Bito Tarot. And your card is the King of Pentacles. For my group number 3s, we have this golden mica, and we're going to be using the Pug Tarot. And your card is the Knight of Swords. And for my group number 4s, we have this Aqua Aura, and we're going to be using the Dream Vision Tarot. And your card is the Page of Cups. Okay, so just in case you need a bit more time to pick, these are all of your options laid out side by side so that you can compare them and see which one or ones are calling to you the most. As always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you guys chose the Rose Quartz and the Pastel Wizard's Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So here is the full breakdown of the reading that we're doing today. We're going to start with an energy check of your overall energy. This can be the part that confirms to you that you have found your group. Then we are going to dive into what is so amazing about you. So first, we are going to ask your higher self this question, and your higher self will show us a trait or an aspect of you that they want you to love more or be more proud of. Then we are going to ask people in general, all the people, what do the people love about you? Then we are going to ask a specific person, this could also be a group of people, what they love about you. And this is going to have 2 parts. So first, I want to let whoever wants to come through and tell you what they love about you. And then in the second part, it will be a person of your choice that you want to hear from, or a group of people that you want to hear from in terms of what they love about you. So that is the full reading that we're going to have today. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it. We are going to start by looking at your overall energy. So I have taken this tarot deck and split it up into major arcana, court cards, and the rest of the minor arcana. I'm going to take one card from each of these piles, and that will paint the full picture of your energy. So for my group number ones, what major arcana best describes your energy right now? Okay, so this one is taking some time to come out, and this is the major arcana. So some of you could be, I feel like this is you embracing, ooh, flowers are moving, that's weird. This could be you embracing, slowing down, and taking your time to really figure out what you want this next chapter of your life to be about, or just taking some time to reflect on your overall direction in life. There's really a feeling of you not wanting to or no longer wanting to put pressure on yourself or rush yourself. You may not even want to put a label on what your direction is or what your purpose is anymore, and rather just let it reveal itself to you. Oh my gosh, yeah, the self. Let it reveal itself to you as you move along your journey. So this is obviously an original card of this deck, and this tells me that you could be more in an introspective energy right now, focusing on yourself, and more specifically, how to best care for yourself, how to be your own best friend, and how to honor your natural energy and your natural frequency in your life, rather than trying to mold it into something, rather than trying to mold it into a box that society chose for you or what it seems people around you want you to be. It seems like you're honoring a way of life where your true self is allowed to come out, however it may be, and show itself to you, and your job is to figure out how to honor that, if that makes sense. So let's get a court card for you as well. What court card best represents group number one's energy? We have the King of Cups. I feel like this is further confirming that you are in an introspective energy. You are, okay, this is weird, but I just had this visual of you sitting in a circle with all of your emotions. So it was like I saw a visualization of your emotions. Perhaps some of my group number ones are clairvoyants, but it was kind of like you were in this communal space with them, and they were all sitting around you, and you were all giving your emotions space to speak, and you are responding to them. And by responding to them, you validate them. You are committing to this idea that all of my emotions are valid and all of them are useful to me because they inform me of which direction to go. They all deserve to be heard. They all deserve to be addressed. I also think my group number ones, you are committing to letting your intuition lead. And really, really, there's this commitment to not letting the illusions of society rush you or pressure you. Like, I'm not going to play that game. I will not be rushed. I will not be pressured into playing the game a certain way. I'm going to move how I want to move. I'm going to move in a way that comes naturally to me. And this is radical self-love. And what minor arcana best describes group number one's current energy? Okay, I just confirmed crystals is swords. So in this deck, I think wands and cups are the same, but swords are crystals and pentacles are stars. So this is the Five of Swords. The way it looks in this deck is like this person is holding all of the swords to themselves, and these people, feels like this person is turning away from them. What you're going through spiritually, it seems like you either don't feel ready to share it with others, or maybe just feel like you don't need to because it's very personal to you. Some of you may feel empowered in this, like what I'm going through is for me only. It only needs to make sense to me. There could be some of you who feel a bit lonely about this. Like, I wish there was someone who understood what I'm going through spiritually, or I wish there was someone I could talk to about this. Or I don't know, because with swords, I'm thinking about your thoughts, your ideas, what you have to say, and you're holding on to them. And maybe it's different for different group number ones who are watching this, or maybe you feel a little bit of both at the same time. You know, we certainly don't have to be black and white in our experiences, but I feel this energy of embracing the solitude that you have in this experience and not feeling like you need to share it with anyone. But then for others, I could also interpret this as like, I wish that I could share it with others, what I'm going through, and be understood, or have more of a community around me who's feeling the same way. And like I said, it could be a little bit of both, depending on your situation. I also want to roll a number die. We have the number 4. So you could be a private person, you could be an introverted person, or I feel like I've said this many times already, a particularly introspective and reflective person, or that's just the energy that you're feeling a lot right now. You could be thinking about where you belong in this world, like finding your sense of belonging. Or maybe you've come to the conclusion that you find belonging within yourself or within your internal world. I can't remember if I said this already, but you could have Cancer energy. Sorry if I already said that, because this is an astro die and the 4th house is related to the sign of Cancer. And I want to say that your energy is like this summer, because Cancer marks the beginning of summer. It's the summer solstice. So I feel like your energy is warm and grounded. I want to say consistent. I feel like you're the type of person who you don't like switch up your energy or your personality depending on who you're with or who you're talking to, which I don't think that's like, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. I think it's normal to kind of like match the energy of the person you're with, but I feel like there's something about you where you stay consistent. You're staying true to yourself throughout your interactions. All right, so if this sounds like you, is there anything else I want to do for this part? Let's get a planet. Uranus. Okay, so we are about to experience a breakthrough of some kind. That's the feeling that I'm getting for my group number ones. Some of you may be changing where you live, or you could be having a breakthrough in some inner work that you've been doing or some shadow work that you've been doing. Something is about to click for you. This could be a sign from your higher self that they're wanting you to embrace more spontaneity, or embrace more, or make peace with the things that you cannot predict. Make peace with the aspects of the future that are not ready to show themselves to you. Sometimes certain things in the future are just not ready to be known, and it has nothing to do with like how strong your psychic abilities are. Like if they're strong enough, I'll be able to see it. Sometimes they're just not ready to be seen. Okay, some of you need to hear that message. So If this sounds like you, we are gonna go into the reasons why people love you so much. So, what is a trait or an aspect of you? Wait, let me, just so that I can save space and kind of lay the cards on top of each other, I'm gonna take away the big piles underneath these. Interesting that I just knocked the 4 upside down. Like some of you, I feel like you could be like you're suddenly moving or you're suddenly traveling. Or it could be that someone is suddenly moving to where you are. You're gonna get unexpected news of that. Someone is visiting your area. Some of you could also be spontaneously moving in with someone or spontaneously adopting an animal. Like your domestic dynamic is going to be suddenly changing, it seems like. Okay, a trait about you that your higher self wants you to love more and be more proud of. We have the Devil. Ooh, that came out really fast. What people overall love about you is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, what a specific person or a specific group of people loves about you, and we'll find out who this is later. The 5 of Swords, that's a repetition. And what a specific person of your choice loves about you. So keep the person you want to hear from in mind as I'm shuffling, or the group of people, if it's a group. What does this person love about my group number 1s? The 2 of Cups. Okay. We are going to go in with some clarifying oracle cards as well. So let's start with this one. An aspect of you that your higher self wants you to love more, bring out more, be more proud of. We have the Devil. Can we please get a clarifier for the Devil? Protection. I'm thinking about how sometimes I feel like the Devil card is sort of a shadow side of the Lovers. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, for example, the imagery looks very similar. Numerologically, they're both number 6 cards. So the Devil does kind of feel like the shadow side of the Lovers. I'll just explain the duality. I feel like Lovers energy would be super warm and welcoming to everyone, whereas the Devil energy is more closed off. There's a feeling of restriction with it. You could be very selective about who you let around you. I feel like you're very intuitive and you know pretty early on who is going to be a good match for you and who isn't. And there's something coming through that you don't give people a lot of chances. And that might be something that at times you feel bad about or you feel guilty about. Like, maybe I should take more time to get to know this person. Maybe I should give this person the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I should give this person another chance. But your higher self is saying very clearly that your selectiveness, if that's the word, selectivity, I don't know. Your selectiveness is a divine act of protection towards yourself. You know your energy very well. you know what is going to nourish your energy, what is going to blend well with your energy, and what is not. And something else that is coming through is that you may also feel very protective of your loved ones. And you maybe sometimes will say things like, I don't know if that's good for you, or like, I don't like that person for you. And your higher self is saying you don't need to feel bad about that, or you don't need to hold back on that, because more often than not, your intuition is on point. And it's not necessarily, it's not an act of judging anyone or judging anything. It's an act of protection of yourself and protection of those you love. And you can say like, this person or this energy is good and worthy of love, but it's just not for me, but it's just not for us. And so I think your higher self is wanting you to honor that selectivity and honor, like when you get that vibe, like, I don't think this is it. That's literally your higher self protecting you, and even your spiritual team protecting you. So that's something, that's a side of you that you can love more and be more proud of and perhaps express more. And also on that note, like, I feel like judging others is not always bad, especially if they're harming others or harming the planet. We can judge those things, you know. Being like spiritual and love and light doesn't mean you just accept everything and say everything is fine and everything is lovely. Because when you truly love something, it's natural to be angry for something that threatens it. So there may be times where you're like, oh, I should just accept the way everyone does everything because everything is love and light. And it's like, your higher self is saying a little bit of a little bit of judging what others do is okay. You're keeping away what threatens your energy or the energy of those you love. It's an act of divine protection. Let's get a clarifier for what people overall love about you. So we're going to get a clarifier for this Ace of Pentacles. We have trust. Okay, so overall, I think that you come across as quite literally a very reliable and trustworthy person. People feel like they can count on you to show up, that you can keep your promises, that you can keep secrets. People find you to be responsible. People find you to be dependable. People admire your ability to make what you want a reality. So this could come through as people admiring that you're hardworking, that you have ambition. Honestly, with the Devil card, I was feeling a little bit of a ambitious energy and a hungry energy. So that might also be something that your higher self wants you to admire more in yourself. Like having goals in the material world, having 3D goals and aspirations and ambitions, and your higher self wants you to like stay hungry for those and reach the top however high you can go. The Devil wants to like climb up as high as they can go. Ace of Pentacles wants to make their goals a reality, and both of these energies together, it's like you're ready to work hard for them. So I think people admire your ambition, your work ethic. They could admire your skill. I think there's something or multiple things that you are very, very skilled at, and you just get shit done. People trust you. It seems like you take your commitment seriously, which is kind of rare. I don't know what the word is, but it's like you're the opposite of flaky. I guess reliable. You know, if you say you're going to meet at a certain time, we're going to meet at this time. If you say you're going to help someone, you help them. You are a person of your word. You mean what you say. And I can hear you being like, why is that so rare? Why is that so uncommon? Like, shouldn't that be the default? But no. It's like in a world of fickleness or flakiness, you are this gem that stays true to their word. I think you are a very loyal friend, and you somehow always find time, like even if you're busy with your own goals, you find time to honor and commit to your own goals and also help others to reach theirs. And that's something that's really beautiful about you too, is like, yes, I do see you as this ambitious and hungry person and you want to reach the top, but I also think you're someone who sees that there's room for everybody at the top. So it's not like you're in competition with others. And if more people can rise up with you together, like the more the merrier. So I see you actively working hard on your own goals and your own projects, and also actively helping others as much as you can, and helping others with their manifestations as well. So when people are around you, I feel like they get the sense that anything is possible, and certainly that their own goals are possible. Not only that, but that you will be supportive towards them. You're like proof that hard work pays off, proof that manifestation is possible. It's beautiful energy. Let's figure out who this specific person is. So there's a specific person or a specific group of people who wants to come through and tell you what they love so much about you. We have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. And we have Aquarius. Interesting. So this is also an Aquarius card. More specifically, it is Venus in Aquarius. So this specific person who wants to come through could be an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is likely someone who loves you or someone you love, probably mutual. So let's see. This could also be a community, like a community or a friend group. What does this person or group of people love about you? Compassion. Okay, I want to point out this common imagery of you holding the world in your hands. There's something about you having love and compassion for the world at large that people really love. Just thinking about this Aquarian energy that's on the Five of Swords. Aquarius has this vibe of loving and respecting people from all walks of life and truly seeing everyone as equal and not really subscribing to these social hierarchies. Truly seeing everyone as equal. And it's sort of in a more logical and rational way. I feel like I'm thinking of Piscean energy, for example. That feels more like this kind of spiritual love and compassion for the collective, which you may have, but Aquarius's way of doing it is more logical. It's like, duh, of course we're all equal. Like, these hierarchies are social constructs. Why wouldn't everyone be equal, and why shouldn't everyone have equal rights? So you could be really passionate about that and be, what's the word? Particularly have a strong sense of justice and wanting to speak up about injustices. The Five of Swords can talk about something that is out of alignment, something that is wrong, something that we disagree with. So I feel like you have, it kind of goes along with this message. You have the courage to speak up about things that are not right or that don't sit right with you. But it's not just like you're being judgmental to other people. It comes from a place of deep compassion for humanity and wanting to protect humanity and protect the equality of everybody. And that's what this person loves about you. Like I said, this could be a specific person, or it's like your friend group or your community at large. I just heard like people who follow you, which could be like social media followers or the people who are watching what you're doing, watching the moves that you're making. So it is people who are close to you. They appreciate that you're willing to do the hard part. Okay, this is interesting because at the beginning of the reading, when I was talking about radical self-love, I wanted to say something like not just the aesthetic of self-love, not just like the brand of self-love, but actual radical self-love. And I was like, why would I say that? Like, why would I even imply that it's just an aesthetic? But now I see why, because, and this is making me emotional, I feel like a lot of people who talk about like, oh, we're all one and like we should be kind to each other and we should send love and light to everyone and have compassion for everyone. It's an aesthetic. Like it's surface level. It just sounds nice. And a lot of the times, like we're not willing to do the hard work of calling out why we're not living like that. Calling out the injustices, calling out the systems that made it this way, that the world isn't love and light and that not everyone is treated equally. Like, we have to name it. And I feel like you're not afraid to name it. And people really, really respect that about you. And your higher self is saying, don't hold back on that. There may be some times where you're worried about like, am I sowing more division? But it's actually the refusal to name the root of the problem that creates more division. You have to address difficult stuff if you want real unity and real solutions. And I feel like you are willing and perhaps ready to do that. Okay, so moving on. This is about the specific person that you wanted to know about and what they love about you. Animals. Aw, we were talking about suddenly adopting an animal. That message could be for more of you than I originally thought. In terms of the animals present here, well, we do have cats here. We also have a dove, a wolf, an owl, and we have butterflies here. So those animals could be significant. I think that's all the animals that are present. So the first thing I want to mention with the Two of Cups is I do think probably, I mean, I can't tell you who you're thinking of, but it seems like it's someone you have very fond feelings for or even love, and that those feelings are reciprocated. The Two of Cups does talk about emotions and affection being reciprocated. It can talk about harmonious relationships. It can talk about soulmates. So that could be a confirmation for some of you. This person loves so much about you, kind of the same things that you love about them. And I think in many ways, this person does see you as a mirror. When I look at this animals card, well, I could take this very literally and say that they love your compassion for animals, or if you have a companion animal, maybe they love the way that you treat them. But I'm also thinking more symbolically about animals. When we're in the presence of an animal, we feel like we can just be our natural self. We don't have to put on a mask. We don't have to impress them. They just love us for who we are. They love us for our essence. They love us for the energy we give off. And so I feel like this person is saying they love you because they feel like just so at ease around you, and like they can be their natural self, and they don't have to, it's like, I don't have to try hard. I don't have to put on a mask. I can just be me. I can just show up exactly as I am, and you accept it, and you can show up exactly as you are, and I love that version of you, and I accept that version of you. I'm also thinking of the instinctual nature of animals. So like on some deep level that goes beyond words, we just understand each other. We just understand each other on an intuitive level. The Suit of Cups is very intuitive as well. I feel like this specific person you're thinking of, they feel so like attuned to you and so in sync with you and just so deeply understood. Yeah, it's kind of giving soulmate vibes, I have to say. They feel a really deep emotional connection to you, and there's that feeling of, you know, this is someone that I could be in silence with and it's still so comfortable. Like just existing together is so comfortable and brings me so much peace. And there's something about being in sync too, like your rhythms being in sync. I don't know if that's like your lifestyle rhythm or your like sleeping rhythm, or it could be like your heartbeats syncing. Maybe this person thinks about like embracing you and your heartbeats are syncing. If it's that kind of connection. If not, never mind. But yeah, definitely there's a feeling of we're in sync and we get each other, and I really appreciate that. So I think those are all the messages for my group number ones. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have a link down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch exclusive full-length pick a card readings. You can watch the extendeds for the readings we do here on YouTube, or both. So that's going to be linked down below, and my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to everyone who appeared in this reading, to your higher selves, your spirit guides, your spiritual teams, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number twos. So if you guys chose the Sasuraibito Tarot and this heart, this is going to be your reading. Like I mentioned in the intro, I still haven't figured out what this is. I have heard some opinions that it's snowflake obsidian, and honestly I wondered if it was as well, but in person it does look a bit different than what snowflake obsidian looks like. And also I feel like I would have remembered that because I have this memory of reading what it was in the crystal shop and being like, okay, I'm gonna remember that. And I feel like I'm familiar with snowflake obsidian. I have other pieces. So I feel like if it was that, I would have easily remembered it. For some reason, I feel like it said it was some kind of jasper. I don't know. If you are familiar with crystals, please let me know, because it's been a long time trying to identify this boy. Yeah, so let's take a look at the full breakdown of today's reading. We are going to start with an energy check of your overall energy. Then we are going to dive into what makes you so amazing. So first we are going to ask your higher self about a trait or an aspect of you that your higher self wants you to love more or be more proud of or express more. Then we are going to ask people overall, the people, everyone, what they love about you. Then we are going to ask a specific person or a specific group of people what they love about you. And there's going to be two different parts to this question. First, I want to ask whoever wants to come through. Any person or any group of people who wants to say what they love so much about you. And then the second part will be a person of your choice or a group of people of your choice. And these could end up being the same person, of course, but yeah, that is the reading that we're going to be doing today. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it. For my group number 2 is there's actually a lot of messages coming through before I even started filming for you, so much so that I had to start writing them down so I wouldn't forget them. That in itself might be a confirmation for you that this is your group. Like if you've been receiving a lot of downloads recently, I also just saw 222 and you are group number 2. But the first thing that happened is that this card fell off my desk. And so I thought it might be for you. It says infinite freedom of thought is your foundation. So we'll just leave that here. There was, what does that say? I can't even read my own writing. What? Oh, so there was a message coming through about very soon, multiple of your next steps are going to be revealed to you. It's like once you figure out what the first next step is, suddenly many of the ones after that become visible. And the way it was being shown to me is kind of like when you do a Sudoku and you put in one number and then suddenly because that one number was filled in, you're like, oh, now I know what this one is and this one is and this one is and this one is. So it's like you're getting some kind of missing piece that will reveal the next several steps to you and bring you a lot of clarity. There were spirit guides coming through. Specifically, I felt the presence of 2 spirit guides and they were both masculine. One of them had like a father or a grandfather sort of energy, or I could say the archetype of a wise old man. And then the other one also had a masculine energy, but it felt a bit younger and more like a friend, a friendly sort of energy. I also saw a penguin, which felt a bit random, but maybe for someone out there that is a specific symbol or a specific animal. And these spirit guides were coming through with 2 pieces of advice for you, which they called gentle reminders. The first thing they were saying is that you seem to be the type of person who gets tunnel vision, especially when you are working on a project and you're like really focused and really passionate about it. So it was just a gentle reminder to step away from it sometimes. And they were specifically saying it could be very beneficial to you to go for just little short walks to clear your mind between your tasks. The movement of walking and how your mind kind of goes idle and like you're taking in your surroundings, that could be very beneficial for you. And then the second piece of advice that they had was that, yes, definitely spending time in solitude is a great form of self-care, but spending time with friends and loved ones can be an equally powerful form of self-care. And they seem to be saying that even just a quick like coffee or tea or lunch with a friend or with someone you care about can do wonders for your mood and for your mental health. Even just a quick little outing, spending time with someone. And then they were talking about the importance of hydration, not just through drinking fluids, but they were specifically showing foods with high water content. I'm thinking like cucumbers, melons, I don't know, things that are mostly water. And then the last thing they said was, you will not defeat your enemies will defeat themselves with their own stupidity. So like, you don't have to worry about fighting them. They will destroy themselves, okay? Kind of an interesting message to end on, but that's what I specifically heard. So let's get into the cards now. I'm just gonna turn on the AC because it's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I'm gonna take my clothes off. Sorry. So we're going to pull 3 cards to illustrate your overall energy right now. So what I'm shuffling right now are the major arcana, and then I also have court cards and the rest of the minor arcana. and together they will paint a picture of your current energy. So, whoa. I saw this card in my mind's eye before it came out, and I was wondering, something about an emperor penguin could be significant, because isn't that a type of penguin? And there was like penguin energy coming through before. Group number 2, not only may you be receiving a lot of downloads right now, but you may also be seeing things shortly before they happen. I'm seeing this specific experience where you say something to someone and they're like, how did you know that? Didn't you tell me? No, I didn't tell you. I was gonna tell you. It's like you have the memory of them telling you before they actually told you. So it's like your consciousness is just a little bit ahead of the timeline. And that's very interesting as well, because there was a message about you knowing several of the next steps that you're supposed to take. You are in a very powerful energy right now, group number 2. There's something about you stepping into a main character energy, and I'm hearing being given control. You may be in a group of people who are giving you the reins to make decisions because they like your vision, or because they trust you, or they believe in your ability to organize things. Let's get a court card as well. We have the King of Stars, which is the King of Pentacles. With these two cards together, you're definitely about to experience some very significant career success. I heard the word legacy, so some of you could be really solidifying your legacy, or the work that you're doing right now is the start of a legacy that you are going to leave. I'm hearing people will know who you are, whether that's the masses or people in your specific field, but your name will be known. Your name will be recorded down for your efforts and your contributions. I think you're also really building up your own belief that, like, yeah, I'm really freaking good at what I do. And those of you who have been struggling with any sort of imposter syndrome, I definitely see you recovering from that. I see a lot of financial security in your job. You have proven yourself in your position. So for example, let's say, this is just a hypothetical example to illustrate the energy. Let's say you had a boss or like someone senior in your company who was kind of doubting, like, are you ready for this position? Are you ready for this promotion? Maybe they're doubting because you're young, or because you only have certain years of experience, or because of your education background, or some reason. And they have these like biases that maybe you're not ready for this position, and you're proving to them that yes, in fact you are. Or you're proving yourself. You're proving to your inner critic, like, see, I can do it. Some of you could be taking on a new role as a challenge, I'm hearing. So it's not like you have to do this, but you want to challenge yourself. Taking on a new role in your current field, like in your current job, but you're saying, hey, let me try my hand at this. I feel like I can do this now. For some reason, my eyes are going to these mushrooms on the ground. That could be significant for someone. That was a message that was randomly coming up quite a bit a while ago, like talking about those mushroom teas or whatever you call them, like the superfood mushroom drinks. Could be a different kind of mushroom as well. And then we have the Ace of Stars, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this has career success written all over it, and the realization of your full potential. Quite interesting as well that I was picking up on the presence of masculine spirit guides around you. Now, I definitely think you have both masculine and feminine guides around you, as probably all of us do. But maybe the masculine ones are stepping forward right now because you seem to be utilizing your masculine energy and embracing it to bring you worldly success right now. So they're kind of front and center, coaching you, uplifting you, empowering you. You're coming through as an emperor and a king. So you're embodying your masculine energy right now, or you're called to embody it. You're about to be making some money or materializing a desire into reality. Let's roll a number die for you. We have the number 7. You could have Libra placements or Aries placements or both. I definitely see you reaching success within a group or with another person, but you seem to be the one who is kind of directing. Okay, I heard like creative director, executive producing something. Like you're kind of the brains behind it, project manager vibes. You're in a group, but somehow you're in the leadership role, or maybe not somehow, maybe you're literally in the leadership role, or people seem to be giving you the say in what direction we take this. I did this for group number 1 as well. So I will say you have the 7th house here, and the 7th house marks the beginning of fall. So that could be an energy that you sort of embody, or an energy that you give off to people. Think about when summer ends, when it finally stops being crazy freaking hot and sweaty, and you're like, oh, thank God. And you see the first crunchy leaf on the ground, and you're like, hell yes, it's sweater season, it's spooky season, it's cozy season. I feel like that's the feeling you give people, like, finally I can relax. Finally, I don't feel suffocated. People maybe feel cozy around you and feel like they can let go of their heavy baggage. So I think that's worth noting, because someone with this strong leadership energy could definitely be come across as intimidating, but I don't think you do. I think you're like an aspirational figure who's also very approachable and also very humble. I love that about you, group number 2, and I think people love that about you. Let's get a planet as well. Yeah, literally Mars. The planet die is meant to represent a side of you that wants to come out, and it's literally, masculine energy. That could not be more loud and clear. Also, at this time, if you give to others, if you show generosity to others, it will come back tenfold. The universe will make sure of it. So let's say you helped someone for free. You helped someone with a project for free. The universe will reward that act of kindness, and some big amount of money will find you somewhere else. It's like the universe will make sure you get rewarded tenfold for your kind deeds and for your generosity. The universe is watching. I notice as well, both of these people have a beard, so that could be significant for someone, and they're both wearing red. I mentioned Aries and Libra. Taurus and Capricorn energy could also be significant. Okay, so let's get into, we've kind of been talking about this already, but what makes you so amazing? So for what your higher self loves about you and wants you to bring out more, we have the 7 of Cups. For what people overall love about you, we have the 2 of Cups. For what the specific person or a specific group of people who wants to come through loves about you, we have the Ace of Swords. And now we're going to pull the card for the specific person or group of people that you want to hear about. So keep them in your mind as I'm shuffling. What they love about you is the Star. Okay, I have to show you this now. So I mentioned that this fell off of my desk earlier. The two cards that I had on my desk were this and the Star. So I definitely feel like the Star is significant to you. Not to name too many zodiac signs, but Aquarius energy could also be significant. Infinite freedom of thought is your foundation, and you are the Star. Definitely giving main character vibes, definitely giving things unfolding exactly how you saw it, exactly how you planned it. I seem to keep getting the feeling that you're working on a big project, or you're going to be working on a big project very soon, and that it is going to be carried out seamlessly. And that you have the support of many humans, and you also have the support of their higher selves. Okay. So, your higher self, what they love about you and what they want you to bring forward more is represented by the Seven, I want to put this here, the Seven of Cups. And is clarified by boundaries. It's interesting that I wanted to move this over here from the left to the right. So when we're talking about infinite freedom of thought, this could be talking about using your right brain more. And I feel like that's the more creative part of your brain, and the part that is more abstract. And the left is the one that more like wants everything to make sense and wants everything to fit in boxes. So when we say infinite freedom of thought, we really do mean infinite. And I think the part of you that your higher self loves is the part that can work with this infinite freedom of thought without getting overwhelmed. Now, it is overwhelming sometimes. I just heard that's why we don't see everything. If you could see everything in the future, if you could hear, like literally hear everything your spirit guides are saying, it would get very overwhelming very fast. So closing off those channels sometimes is a way to show love to you, in a way to protect you, in a way that you don't get overwhelmed. The same way, if everything we thought were to manifest instantly, it would be very overwhelming if everything were to come at once. And so sometimes things taking time is a way to protect us. Sometimes not being able to access certain information is a way of protecting us. Everything has its time to be experienced. Everything has its time to be heard. And I think that's why boundaries is here. I think this is like some level of mastery that you are achieving in your psychic development, because I'm seeing this person who was oscillating between like closing all the channels and then opening all of them and hearing everything and receiving a million downloads and being overwhelmed, and then shutting off to it again because it was too much. And it's like maybe you're learning how to be a better filter and like just dip in, get the information you want, and then come back to the present and come back to this dimension with more intention, rather than like opening the floodgates and being bombarded with information, if that makes sense. You're playing around with different levels of consciousness, and your higher self is excited about this, and it seems like you're going to be able to do this with more intention, with more precision, and it's going to become less overwhelming. Yeah, the color red I think is significant. Like there's red cloaks here, red hair. This hair is kind of reddish. These flowers are red. Red could be a protective color for you. What do people love about you? I think people love that you bring people together with what you're doing. You unite people, you bring people together. I also think you're very relatable. You're aspirational and relatable at the same time. You show your strength and you also show your vulnerability. Your humanity really shines through. So people feel like they can relate to you on a deep level. People admire your authenticity. People admire you're not afraid to be vulnerable. Let's get a clarifier for this Two of Cups. These hands are linking pinkies, so there could be something about you. And group number 1 got a message like this as well, like keeping your promises, sticking to your word, sincerity, honesty. The lotus, I think these are lotus flowers. With these here, I think people admire your ability to rise above challenges and always come out on top. People admire your ability to turn pain into beauty, or to turn, I'm hearing the ugliness of the world into beauty. People also admire your generosity. We have confidence. Okay, that's a very literal one. People admire your confidence. Your confidence is, I keep saying the word aspirational. I just really think you are. Like when you, I think the energetic signature of your confidence and your like pride in yourself is one that invites others in. Rather than like separating yourself from the rest, it's one that invites others in and makes them confident as well. Like your confidence is infectious. Okay, so let's find out who this specific person is who wants to come through, or the specific group of people. We have Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Why does this make me think like this is not someone who's that close to you? It's like an admirer, someone who's watching from afar. This could be like a mutual, like a friend of a friend or an acquaintance of an acquaintance, someone who knows of you, maybe someone who's met you once or twice and is aware of what you're up to. Because I don't know, Vine made me think of hearing something through the grapevine. So it seems like someone who's kind of indirectly connected to you, but you know each other. So you're probably acquaintances, or like you have a mutual friend, a mutual collaborator, you've like heard of each other. And this person really, really admires you. They talk about you fondly. Let's see if we can get another clue of who this is. We have Virgo energy coming through. So this person could be a Virgo, or this could be someone you've worked with, or you work in the same field. It could be someone who wants to work with you. They admire, I mean, a lot of people admire what you're doing, but I think this is someone who would like to collaborate with you, or like hear more about what you're doing, or directly be involved in what you're doing. What do they love about you? Your mind, definitely. They love your mind. They love your ideas. They love the way you express yourself. I'm hearing who doesn't. And I think that's your spirit guides. Yeah, this is someone who wishes they could be more like you. You inspire them to work harder. We have lighten your load. This could be someone who you helped on their journey. Maybe you don't realize how much you have helped this person or how much of an impact you have had on them. Maybe you wouldn't assume that because it seems like you don't have such a close personal relationship, but something you did or something you said, like for example, something you said could have caused a huge light bulb moment for them about what they want to do with their life. You might not even realize that. Or a contribution that you made to your field could have really, really inspired them, really helped them to stay motivated, really helped them to get out of a tough time. It seems like you're not quite aware of how much you've done for this person, and they would like to tell you that in person, or they just like to express that to you. And yeah, it seems like they want to work with you or collaborate with you in some way. And then we get to the specific person that you wanted to know about. So keep them in your mind as I'm shuffling, and let's see what they love so much about you. What does this specific person or specific group of people love so much about group number 2? What do they love so much about group number 2? Oh, this is someone who's been fond of you for a long time. They probably view you as a star. They love that seems like your potential is limitless. Like this person is literally in space. Maybe they think that you're out of this world, or something about you is otherworldly. They've never quite met anyone like you. It could be that you have a star quality, or they see you as someone who's very special and very unique. I think they love about you that you put your uniqueness at the forefront. Career. Your career is coming out a lot in this group. If you have not already, group number 2, you're going to experience great success in your career. That was coming through a lot at the start of this reading. And then there was a message of someone wanting to collaborate with you. This person probably looks up to your career journey a lot. And I think something that's very admirable about you is that a lot of the times, I think people are faced with this dilemma of wanting to have career success and wanting to stay true to themselves. And a lot of the times we feel like, okay, maybe we have to sacrifice certain parts of our vision to get the kind of success that we want. Maybe we have to tone down our weirdness a little bit. Maybe we have to, make certain parts of ourselves smaller or compromise on certain things. And this person admires that you never did that. At least that's what they see. You refused. You were like, no, I will have the success that I want. And also I will stay true to myself and stay true to my vision. So anything that you do, anything that you contribute to, anything that you create, it is imbued with your authentic energy. And that's not something that everybody can say. And I think it just really comes down to you being courageous, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't think like people who are making their authentic self smaller to get success, it's not like they want to do that, but it's out of fear, right? Like, I'm afraid if I stay true to myself, I'm not going to get the success I want. And that fear didn't stop you, or maybe you just didn't have that fear. You were like, well, what kind of success is that if I can't be my true self? That's not a kind of success that I want. In fact, maybe you wouldn't even define it as success. So I think this person admires that to you, being true to yourself came first. I only want success that is born from authenticity. Otherwise, that doesn't even feel like success to me. I'm speaking in the first person, but I think this is you, group number 2. I think this is maybe how you view things. And that's what they admire most about your journey. It's not like, oh, they're so successful. Oh, they reached this milestone. Oh, they have this money and these accolades. Like, yes, that is impressive. But I think what's the most meaningful and admirable to this specific person you're thinking of is that you did so always letting your authentic light shine through, even the stuff that is like weird, quote unquote, 3333, as I'm saying this, or unconventional. And everything you did was from that place, and it really shows. Yeah, I feel huge admiration from this person or from these people towards you. Yeah, so group number 2s, those are all the messages I'm getting for you. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch full-length, exclusive pick a card readings. You can watch some of the extendeds of the readings we do here on YouTube, or you can watch both. So I'll have that link down below. It's a great time over there. And my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video, that is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to everyone who appeared in this reading, to your higher selves, your spirit guides, your spiritual teams, and all of your loved ones, both here on Earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi, number 3s. So if you guys chose the Golden Mica and the Pug Tarot, this is going to be your reading. Here is the full breakdown of the reading that we're going to do today. We are going to start off with an energy check of your overall energy, and then we're going to dive right into what makes you so amazing. So first, we are going to ask this question to your higher self, and we're going to ask your higher self about a trait or an aspect of you that your higher self wants you to love more, be more proud of, or express more. Then we are going to ask people, overall, the people, what they love most about you. And then we are going to ask a specific person or a specific group of people what they love about you. And this is going to have 2 parts to it. So first, we're going to ask a specific person who wants to come through. So anyone who wants to come through, they're going to come through and say what they love about you. And then the second part is going to be a person of your choice, whoever you would like to hear from about why they love you. So that's going to be our reading for today. Thank you so much for being here. Just before I get into the cards, I wanted to mention something that happened before I started filming your group. I was watching a little tarot reading on Instagram from Chloe Taylor, shout out, and the Devil card appeared, and she was talking about the meaning of the Devil card that has to do with temptation. I was like, interesting. I scrolled to the next post, And the song on that post was a song called, like just the next post on my feed, I mean. And the song on that post was called I Know You Want To. So there's that message of temptation again. So that could be the first energy check for this group if you've been dealing with that kind of temptation energy. This is not me saying that you should or shouldn't give in to the temptation, but if there's been that kind of energy around you, 222 as I'm saying this, that might be the first sign that this is your group. But yeah, we are gonna get into like a proper energy check with the cards now. I actually want to pull a card from the Rainbow Brain Skull deck because I didn't have this out at the start of the reading, but when I was doing group number 2's reading, a card from this deck fell off my desk, so I think maybe this deck wants to be included. So let's see what this deck has to say for my group number 3s. Another sign that this is your group is that you could be feeling a bit disorganized or just kind of frazzled, or like your inner world is a bit jumbled right now. Death is just one character I play. My real name is Change. 333 as I'm holding up this card. If you chose this group, I think that there is a version of you that is ready to die. The discomfort and frazzled energy you may be feeling could be, it's like you're a snake that is ready to shed skin. And before that old skin comes off, it feels really uncomfortable. I wonder for some of you if the temptation is just hitting the brakes on this transformation and just going back to your old ways because that's more comfortable and that feels more safe. It's like there's this part of you that's itching for transformation. I'm hearing to throw it all away, which might be kind of dramatic, but like to just, okay, I'm also hearing like to light your old life on fire. I don't know why it's coming through in such a dramatic way, but there really could be this part of you inside yourself that feels a strong urge to just start completely fresh, to start completely from scratch. And then another part that's like, no, that's scary. I just want to keep things the way they are. And those two energies inside of you could be causing friction and discomfort right now. It feels like, I feel like a restless energy. That's how I can put it, like frazzled and restless. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at your current energy. So I have split up this deck into major arcana, court cards, and the rest of the minor arcana. And we're gonna take one of each to paint the full picture of your energy. Okay, we have Justice. Interesting. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Four of Stars, which is the Four of Pentacles. And it's very interesting to me that in this deck, it's illustrated as the person is actually chained to where they are. This definitely highlights those two energies inside of you that we were just talking about, because the King of Wands, I always feel the King of Wands as this completely free spirit who does not want to be restrained in any way, who sees life as an adventure, as an experience to see how far they can go, how far their potential goes. I often see it as someone who has either like an unconventional lifestyle. So like maybe they don't work a 9 to 5. Maybe they don't have one home base and they travel around. Maybe their work hours are irregular. Maybe they don't have one job. Maybe they're doing a lot of different things. Maybe it's even hard to define what their job is. Like they cannot really be put into boxes. They're a very creative spirit and they want to have a really tailor-made life. That's often how I feel the King of Wands. They kind of want to break free from some mold or some rigid definition of success that was prescribed to them and be like, no, I'm making my own rules. I'm living life on my own terms. So there's this part of you that I think is longing for that freedom and is feeling the urge to embark on a new journey to a more unconventional lifestyle. A lifestyle that allows you more freedoms and one that centers your creativity and honors your creative spirit. Maybe some of you are pursuing a creative career path or you're aspiring to do that. Something off the beaten path. And then there's this part of you that that wants to stay where they are or has to stay where they are. And, okay. For some of you, there may be external factors that are keeping you stuck in a rhythm, stuck in a routine, stuck in a schedule that you don't necessarily want to be in. For some of you, the temptation might be to ignore this calling, because if you're going to be stuck here anyway, that will make it easier. But there's these two energies that are fighting it out inside of you, like completely break free or stay where I am. And the freedom could feel scary. The feeling that I got with Justice was actually a feeling of almost like bargaining with yourself or bargaining with the universe, which is funny because that's not usually how I would read the Justice card at all. But it's like, I feel like deep down your soul knows what you need to do and what you truly want to do, and that you need to make a decision. And there's this part of you that's kind of bargaining, like, well, maybe somehow, like, I can have both. And an example that's coming to my mind is, like, if you know deep down that you need to move on from someone, and you're like, well, maybe I don't have to, like, totally move on from them. Maybe I could stay friends with them, or, like, maybe I could just, like, check their stories sometimes. And it's like, you know deep down you need to make a choice and you need to commit, but it's like you're trying to have both, or you're trying to be on the fence. That's actually what I'm getting with this Justice energy. So I feel like this reading is going to be hyping you up to make the choice that you know you want to make deep down, and what deep down your soul knows you need to do. Interesting. Okay, let's get a number die. We have the number 10. So this could be pertaining to your career, to your public image. Yeah, I feel like this reading is going to be about you breaking free from some corporate structure, or breaking free from some societal definitions of success, or what your career trajectory is supposed to look like. Many of you are maybe called to experience more freedom, to do something that honors your creativity, to do something off the beaten path, like I said. It feels like there's something that you haven't seen progress in because it requires your 100% or like it requires your full commitment. What is being asked of you right now? Pluto, wow. That's death, that's upheaval. That's transformation. So that urge in you that's like, I just want to start from scratch. I just want to start all over. I just want to completely change my life. There may be something to that. Group number 3. If this resonates with you, keep watching. You found your group. And we're going to get into, we're going to be hyping you up to do what you need to do. I think that's what this reading is going to be. And like Pluto in the 10th house, that's literally a massive transformation in your career path. Okay, what is an aspect of you that your higher self wants you to express more, wants you to be more proud of? We have the 8 of Swords. What do people love about you? Group number 3. We have the 9 of Swords. That's very interesting. Gemini, you could have Gemini placements because both of these cards have Gemini energy. Or a Gemini could be very significant to you. Something that a specific person loves about you, and we'll find out who this is later. A specific person who wants to come through. What do they love about you? The Queen of Sticks, which is the Queen of Wands. So we have the King and the Queen of Wands appearing. And now we're going to pull a card for the specific person that you want to hear about. So keep them in your mind as I'm shuffling. What do they love about you, group number 3? What do they love about you? Woo! Wow, the Death card. So we have Death. We have Death here. Death is just one character I play. My real name is Change, and we have Pluto. Group number 3, the message could not be more clear that you are going through a huge transformative stage, which it can definitely be a lot. It can definitely be overwhelming, but I'm really excited for you. This sun on the horizon actually reminds me a lot of the 10 of Swords, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there's like the 10 of Swords person lying on the ground, the sky is dark, but then there's like this yellow light in the horizon, like the sun is about to come up. So I feel like you're in this moment of your life that's like, the sky is black, but it's those moments right before you start to see the first light and the sky starts to change color. And it just feels really, really exciting. I'm also seeing this scenario of like, someone is about to come out on stage. And so tension fills the room, anticipation fills the room. You're like, oh my gosh, the wait is over, they're about to come out. And I feel like it's the new you. The new you is about to come out on stage and be welcomed by the world. Oh my gosh, you're going through such an exciting transformation, group number 3. I'm so excited for you. Interesting that this card made me think of the 10 of Swords, because that is also a Gemini card. Like the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords are Gemini. So I don't know if you have like a lot of Gemini placements or there's like a really special Gemini in your life, but that seems to be coming through. Let's get into it. I also just want to say, like, all the pugs are beige, but this pug is black. So I feel like the specific person you asked about, they see a side of you that others don't see. They understand you in a way that others don't, or you feel understood by them in a way that you don't feel by others. Doves, lizards, and sunflowers, crosses as well, could be one or multiple of those, could be significant signs for you. So we're going to pull some clarifiers for these energies. Whatever aspect your higher self wants you to express more, they're saying that it's actually one that you are actively holding back on right now. If there's a part of you that you are suppressing, that you are trying to tone down, I'm hearing, like a part of your personality that you're like, oh, I should take that down a notch. That's actually the part of you that your higher self wishes you would express more. It could have to do with your ideas or with your opinions. So for example, you might think, oh, I'm a bit too opinionated. Maybe I should like keep my mouth shut. And your higher self is like, no, speak your opinions, speak your mind. For those of you who are writers, maybe sometimes you're like, this idea is a bit out there. And your higher self is like, no, this idea is genius. Your higher self is bringing to your attention your genius. What aspect of you does, whoa, a lot of cards just fell out. Group number 3, is there a lot that you're holding back on? Is there a lot that you're holding back on expressing? Maybe all that Gemini energy is like talking about you expressing yourself more, because that Gemini energy does rule over communication. What aspect of you does your higher self wish you would express more and love more and be more proud of? We have good luck. So something that's interesting about this that I'm immediately thinking of is the planet that is often associated with good luck is Jupiter, which happens to be the planetary association of this card. So I think your higher self is suggesting to you that luck is not just something that magically happens to you, that you are at its mercy of whether or not it decides to visit you. Luck actually favors those who take an active role in creating their luck and making themselves more available to luck in different avenues. Luck is waiting for you and luck is ready for you, but there's certain things that you refrain from doing, that you hold yourself back from, that makes it harder for luck to find you, or like makes you less accessible to luck, because it's not just something that can magically go find you wherever you are. You have to meet it. And it has to do with speaking up. Maybe it has to do with making your desires known, or talking about your talents, talking about what you can do, talking about what you're working on, talking about what you have accomplished, what your current goals are, letting people know. The more people know about you, the more they will know how they could help you, how they could collaborate with you, who they could introduce you to. There's this feeling of people would love to support you if they see your genius, because you have it. You have brilliance, you have talent, you have a vision, and people will want to support it if only they know about it. People want to celebrate your talents if only they know about them. There's this encouragement from your higher self to be more of a spokesperson for yourself, I guess I could say. Or I guess there's a difference between being humble and like hiding away. And your higher self wants to make sure that you're not hiding away. The more you express what you want, what you're good at, what you're working on, these blessings and opportunities can find you. All this Gemini energy present could also be talking about the Lovers, which is like beneficial connections. People can help you out. People can pull strings for you. There's something about like people collaborating with you, people getting you connected. The magic happens through people. The magic happens through relationships. And relationships are built by you communicating to people. Your higher self wants to bring to your attention your ability to create your own luck. Also, the more you talk to people, the less scary this transformation might start to feel to you. The more you talk to people, the more you have examples of what is possible for you. The more you get to hear success stories, the more you get to hear stories of people who went through a similar transition as you and made it out on the other side. Your higher self wants to make sure that you're not just closed off in your inner world. I wonder if some of you have, I want to say 12th house placements. Make sure that you're externalizing your ideas and your desires so others can see them. What you might need, a belief that you might need to solidify is like, people want to know about me. People want to know what I'm doing. People want to help me. My vision is brilliant. My talent is brilliant. My ideas are brilliant. On that note, something that people love about you is likely the very things that you feel insecure about. We've been talking about expression a lot. So just for example, like if you, let's say you have an insecurity about your voice, and then the very thing people love about you is that you have a beautiful voice. What do people love about you? We have prosperity. Oh, people see you as abundant. There's a lot of people who look up to you and are very impressed by you. A lot of people see you as very successful. A lot of people see you as radiant, glowing, shining. I feel like I've used the word brilliant a million times in this reading, but that's such a good word to describe you because it means like intelligence, right? Like you're very intelligent, but also like the way you shine, the way you light up a room when you walk in. And there's something about the very ways in which you might feel not good enough is the very things that people admire about you. So for example, if you were feeling like I'm not successful enough, and meanwhile everybody's talking about like, oh my gosh, group number 3 is so amazing. They're really successful. It's like the things that are so amazing about you could be the very things that you judge yourself about or feel not good enough about, if that's, I don't think that's a proper sentence, but you know what I mean. People would say you shine. Like there's something about you that just, you're like the ray of sunshine in the room. You light up the mood. All eyes go on you when you're in a space. You have this inner light that shines outward and people can't help but notice you. This is kind of a weird specific message, but if you were ever wondering whether someone notices you, yes, they do. Or if you were wondering if someone noticed you, Yes, they did. So let's find out who this specific person is who wants to come through. Something that was coming to my mind, the fact that you were coming through as the King of Wands and they're coming through as the Queen of Wands. You could be the same sign or like have the same element in your chart. Like, for example, you have a lot of fire, they have a lot of fire, you have a lot of the same element. This could be your friend or someone you feel is like you're very much on the same wavelength. It's the Queen and the King together. It's kind of giving two peas in a pod energy. So this could be like a best friend, it could be a partner, someone you have that kind of close personal relationship with. We have lighthearted, carefree time. So this is someone you always have fun with, someone who you share a sense of humor with. And we also have the sign of Virgo. So this person could have Virgo placements, or this could be someone who helps you. Oh, that's really sweet. Yes, this is giving like friendship energy, a friend or a partner, because it's like through the lighthearted times you share together and the laughter that you share together, it's actually very therapeutic and healing, and it helps you make sense of life. You know, you have this beautiful balance of being able to be goofballs and joking around and then like having more deeper discussions about life. And this could be someone who you feel like has really helped you get your life together, or vice versa. They feel that way about you. Of course, it could be mutual. A Leo with Virgo placements, or a Virgo with Leo placements. An Aries with Virgo placements, a Virgo with Aries placements. They don't have to have those signs, but that could be confirmation for some of you. What does this specific person love about you? For some of you, this could be an older sister or someone who has like big sister energy for you. Dreams. Yeah, they love that you're a dreamer. I heard just like them. So when you get together, the vibes are that you make each other feel like your dreams are possible. This person loves your dreamer side, and I want to say your Delulu side because they have it too, and I heard Delulu is stronger in numbers. So they love that you can talk about your big dreams together. And they love that you don't tone them down. Maybe the thing that you sometimes tone down when you're out in the world is how big your dreams are, or like what you believe is possible. You don't really talk about that unless you're with like your bestie or your partner or this close person. And your higher self is like, show that to the world, man. Cause like, it might not even be, okay, this is the feeling I'm getting. There's like some dream you have or some desire you have that maybe feels delusional to you, but it's not as delulu as you think. But you would never know that unless you like talk about it more openly or share it with more people. If it stays in your inner world, or if it stays in your intimate circle, you may be creating this echo chamber of thinking this dream is delulu. And like your faith in it is beautiful, but it's not as like crazy as you might think, or as unlikely as you might think. I'm hearing salmon, and the only thing I really know about salmons is that they swim upstream. So some of you have a dream that you think is unlikely, but it's not as unlikely as you think. And if you talk to the right people, they will show you how possible it actually is. But anyway, this person loves the dreamer quality of you and they can talk about anything with you. They can talk about the things that might feel crazy, that might feel a bit out there, that might feel a bit woo-woo. Maybe this person is spiritual as well. But there's a big level of trust there. Like we can talk about anything together. And this person loves your creativity as well. Okay, so let's look at this specific person you wanted to know about. So keep them in mind as I'm shuffling. The person you wanted to know about, what do they love about you? What do they love about you? Financial health. We have death and we have financial health. This, okay, whoever you were thinking about that you wanted to hear from, 3333 as I'm saying this, so that's a confirmation. I feel like this is their higher self that is coming through to give you this message, because there's a feeling that they can see the future. So this is like your person's higher self coming to you with an expanded perspective because they can see your trajectory. It could also just be that this person really believes in your bright future. Like they can see that vision so clearly. But I feel like this is someone who already sees you committing to your transformation. So even if at the time that you're watching this, you feel like you haven't committed, like you're still on the fence or you're still afraid, I feel like this is someone who really believes in your ability to do it, or who knows that you're eventually going to do it. Or their higher self who sees that you've already done it because they can see the future. Sorry if I'm making this confusing, but this is someone who really believes in you and they really admire your courage. They're saying something like, the way the world is set up, the way this human society on Earth is set up, it takes a lot of bravery and boldness to start over and to embrace transformation. And a lot of people will hold on to what is familiar. I'm taking this financial health as like material security. A lot of people will hold on to what is familiar, even if it's not what their soul truly desires. And you not giving into that temptation is something that this person really admires about you. They could be someone who, just like you, embraced their transformation. And so they're really proud of you that you're doing it as well. Maybe you're actually going to be the one to inspire this person to embrace a transformation. But it's like you didn't fall for the illusion that this is what will give you fulfillment. At the end of the day, you recognize that your soul's plan was more powerful and more important. And so you embraced the transformation that it was asking of you. This is someone who gets your vision. And this is someone who, whether it's their 3D self or their higher self, sees the trajectory of the transformative spiritual journey that you're on. And they're cheering you on every step of the way. I'm also seeing a shark. So that could be significant. Those are two sea animals in a row, like a salmon and a shark. Maybe that's like, I don't know, maybe that has a significance to you. What I'm thinking of is like your ferocity. And I'm thinking of something swimming underwater, like something is unfolding behind the scenes for you. Their higher self can see that. And you never know. You never know when something could just appear in your life. Something that seemed so unlikely, something that seemed far away. You never know when it could just poof, appear in your life as if it's the most normal thing ever. I feel like you're gonna manifest something big kind of suddenly and almost in a anticlimactic way, if that makes sense. how do I describe that? Like if you were imagining meeting your soulmate, it's like, we will see each other from a distance and we will lock eyes and time will stop and the wind will blow our hair perfectly, cinematically, and we will slow motion walk towards each other and we will embrace. Like it feels like this big climactic moment, but then it's literally like you're standing in line at McDonald's and they drop their coins on the floor and then you turn around and they're bending over to pick them up and they're like, sorry. And then you start talking. It just feels very, very casual, not built up like it is in your head, but that makes it more accessible. Be careful about, I understand your dreams are important to you, but be careful about like building them up so much in your head that they feel out of reach, because they're not. They're very normal in your life. Things you're dreaming about sooner than you think will just be like an everyday part of your life. Commonplace, if you will. Wow. Okay, group number 3. I think those are all the messages for you, so I'm gonna end your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch full-length exclusive pick a card readings. You can watch some of the extendeds of the readings we have here on YouTube, or you can watch both. That's going to be linked down below. It's a great time over there. And my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video, that is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to everyone who appeared in this reading, to your higher selves, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number 4s, so if you guys chose the Aqua Aura and the Dream Visions Tarot, this is going... My computer screen just turned on. I don't know if that's a sign, but sure. If you chose the Aqua Aura and the Dream Vision Tarot, this is going to be your reading. Here is the full breakdown of the reading that we're going to be doing today. So we're going to start off with okay, it turned off again. That was weird. I wonder if like technology has been acting weird for some of you. But anyway, we are going to start off with an energy check of your overall energy, and then we're going to dive right into what makes you so amazing. So we're going to ask this question to your higher self. They will show us a trait of yours or an aspect of you that they want you to love more, to be more proud of, or to express more. Then we are going to ask this question to people overall. So what is something that people overall love about you? And then we're going to ask this question to a specific person or a specific group of people. And there's going to be 2 parts to this. So first, we will ask anyone who wants to come through. So a specific person who wants to come through and share what they love about you. And then the second part is going to be someone of your choosing, someone you specifically would like to know what they love about you. Of course, they could be the same person. And it could be a group of people as well. It doesn't have to be like one individual. But yeah, that is the reading that we're going to do today. Thank you so much for being here. And let's get into it. So for the energy check part of the reading, I have split up this tarot deck into major arcana, court cards, and the rest of the minor arcana. And we're going to pull one of each to paint the full picture of your current energy. But just before that, I want to get a card from the Rainbow Brain Skull Oracle, which I incorporated from group number 2, but it wanted to be a part of this reading. So let's get a card for you, group number 4. Woo! That came out really, really fast. I barely started shuffling and 2 cards came out. I think that's the first time this has happened, like in the whole reading in all of the groups, that 2 cards came out at the same time. I am brand new, plus teenager me, plus childhood me, plus baby me, plus source. Okay, so this could be a message about integrating past versions of you. I used to live in fear, so I know the area well. Yep, hasn't changed much. You could be overcoming a fear, becoming more comfortable with things that once made you nervous. Maybe there's past experiences or past versions of you that you are now ready to revisit and you are no longer afraid of what might come up. So if I put these 2 energies together, this could be talking about some shadow work that you're doing. You're no longer afraid of going into the past. You're no longer afraid of integrating past versions of yourself, or you no longer have resistance or an aversion to past versions of you. Something that also came to my mind with this oracle card is that it's not like we get into the flow and stay there. As long as we're alive, we're gonna be doing this dance where we feel in the flow, we feel aligned, we feel healed, and then we kind of slip back into fear again. We kind of slip back into disconnection again, and then we slip back in, but it's never too far away. Some of you might have an experience of being able to revisit an old frequency of yours without letting it take over you. It's like you're able to stay detached from it and observe. Things that would have in the past triggered you and made you fall back into old ways of being do not have the same power over you. And now you're able to observe them from a higher perspective without getting roped into, I'm hearing, their emotional games. Interesting. Okay. So let's paint the picture of your current energy. What major arcana best describes group number 4's energy? We have the moon. I heard working with unseen forces. We have the Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Swords. And we have, wow, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Stars. It's funny because when this Queen of Swords first came out, I thought it was the Queen of Pentacles for a second. Maybe I'm going to be interpreting this card with both of their energies. There's definitely an energy here of your outer world being a reflection of your inner world, and this being a favorable thing, because in your inner world, you're overcoming fears, you're claiming all the versions of you, you're summoning the power and wisdom from all the past versions of you and perhaps from future versions of you as well. You are healing. I'm hearing you're sorting things out. You're going to be able to manifest with more precision and more clarity. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like trying to manifest in the past. For my group number 4s, it's like if you were making a cake and you used all the right ingredients and you followed the recipe and you put it in the oven, but then when you take it out, it's like it doesn't look like it's supposed to, it doesn't taste like it's supposed to, and it's like, but I followed the instructions, like what went wrong? And it makes the process of baking feel unpredictable. Whereas now it feels like maybe you're identifying what was effing with the energy, and you're able to create things with more precision, exactly how you want it. You could be finding a manifestation method that really works for you. There's also something coming through about you're no longer so focused on, is this true or untrue? Is this realistic or unrealistic? And more so focused on, does this serve me or not? Is this a narrative that I want to put upon my life or not? Is this a story I want to tell myself or not? At the end of the day, that's all you can really determine. And so there may have been limiting beliefs that you held on to because some part of you was like, well, it's just the truth. And it's like, first of all, you don't know that. But also, if we're asking, is this true? We're kind of missing the point, because anything from, how do I say this? This is getting trippy. From any perspective, something can be true or something can be untrue. And everyone has a different truth. So it's about cultivating a narrative that is in alignment with what you want to manifest, what serves you, what serves your goals, what serves your desires, what serves your dreams. You are no longer going to apologize for taking control of your own narrative and telling your own story over your own life and assigning your own meaning to your own experiences. And this reclaiming of the story you tell yourself is going to manifest big things for you. Let's roll, I've been rolling a number dice for the groups. Number 10, this is the same number that group number 3 got. So this could be affecting your career. It could be affecting how others perceive you. You seem to be having more power over people, and not in a way like you're controlling them, but you're becoming more magnetic, more influential, more persuasive. You are commanding people's attention. You're becoming more magnetic because you believe in yourself. So it makes others believe in you too. And we also, this is the South Node. So there's definitely something about you integrating your past. You could be retelling the story about a past version of you. Like, actually, they were pretty badass. Actually, they were pretty awesome. Actually, they were very wise and they did a lot for me. Especially if there's like a past version of you from a certain period of your life that you don't really claim. You're maybe seeing them in a new light. Okay, let's ask your higher self, what is an aspect of you that they want you to love more, to be more proud of, and to express more? We have the Hanged Man. There's a strong Piscean energy coming through with the Moon and the Hanged Man. Piscean energy or Neptune energy could be significant. There's a part of you that doesn't act. There's a part of you that is still, that your higher self wants you to embrace more. In a world that is constantly pressuring us to be, I just heard empty actions. Like, a world that rewards empty actions, a world that rewards movement for the sake of movement, without intention, without soul, just for the sake of appearing busy or appearing productive or appearing like we're making progress, appearing consistent. Embrace the part of you that is still. When you don't feel motivated, there's a divine reason for that. When you don't feel called to act, when you don't feel called to take the next step, when you don't feel called to make a choice yet. There's a deeper wisdom in that your soul knows it's not time, or that there's still more information for you to collect. Be very careful about labeling that as procrastination or labeling that as laziness. And maybe this is an excellent example of reclaiming your narrative, because the essence of it remains the same. It's a stillness, it's an inaction. Rather than trying to find the objective answer of, is this laziness or not? That's not the right question. It's like, what's the meaning that I want to give this? What is the meaning that serves me? What is the meaning that feels right in my soul? Because really, there's no objective truth about your stillness. Only you can define that. What if you told a story that was different than I'm procrastinating, I'm lazy, I can't find motivation? What if you told a story that says, oh, my soul knows it isn't time yet. My soul, I'm waiting for a cue from my soul. I'm waiting for more information. I will not be rushed. There is divinity in your stillness that's coming through. There's wisdom in your stillness. You know when it's time to act. You will not get caught up in some rat race or some hamster wheel. You will not take empty actions. You will not move just for the sake of moving. You will move when it's meaningful to do so. It's foolish. Like, moving just for the sake of moving, it's not embracing the seasons of your life. I'm thinking of a tree. Like, there's a very specific season where a tree grows leaves and grows fruit or blooms flowers. And then there's also a very specific season where it drops the leaves and just rests. And imagine if a tree was like into hustle culture and trying to be productive and was like, nah, bro, I grow leaves all year. It's foolish. That's not honoring the seasons. That's not honoring the seasons of the world around it, and that's not honoring its natural cycles. I already said this like 8 times, but your stillness is divine. You are learning a lot in this stillness. There's a lot going on inside of you. Something that people love about you. We have the King of Pentacles. Do I want to do this the same way I've been doing the other groups? Because I've been like laying out all the tarot cards and then pulling clarifiers. Yeah, we'll do it that way just to keep it easier. Okay, a specific person who wants to come through. Those 2 cards came out the exact same way that these did. Like, I barely started shuffling and they just fell out 2 together. So that didn't happen at all in any of the other groups, and now it's happened twice in your group. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And we're gonna figure out who this is later. But now we're gonna pull a card for your specific person whom you want to know about. So keep them in your mind as I'm shuffling. What do they love about you? What does your specific person love about you? The Four of Pentacles. Okay, so now let's go in with our clarifiers. We are clarifying the Hanged Man, clarifying the message from your higher self with, lighten your load. This is literally like a slow down, be still, do less, to not give in to the pressure. You know, true stillness and sitting with yourself can actually be very difficult. And because you feel that external pressure to like get moving, but also because to really sit with your emotions and to really sit with your shadow, that is a lot of work. I feel like you go through seasons of doing a lot of external work and then doing a lot of internal work. But there's this pressure because the internal work isn't necessarily visible to others. It's like invisible work that you are doing as you're integrating energies inside of you, sorting through your emotions, healing, going through energetic upgrades that you can very much feel, but that is not necessarily seen or recognized by others. Not that it has to be, but it's like you are constantly working on something. It's just like half of it is not seen. And so be careful that you are not mistaking these periods where you're called to focus on inner work as like laziness or, oh, I'm not doing anything with this period of my life. You're doing a lot, but it's happening on an internal level. It's happening behind the scenes, and it's just as important, especially when it comes to manifesting the life you want. Like, what you do internally is just as important. I keep wanting to say this, like, be careful that you're not framing it as like, I'm doing nothing right now. You're transmuting a lot. You're healing a lot. You're working a lot. And your higher self, I feel like your higher self is proud of you and also so grateful, because ultimately this inner work that you're doing allows them to come through more and shine during this incarnation and work with you to create beautiful things. Speaking of which, what people love about you, people see you as a master of something. People see you as an expert in something. People see you as highly skilled. There's a certain field or a certain venture that you are regarded as like one of the best in. I'm also hearing classy, okay? Like people could see you as classy. You have a lot of respect from people around you. People will think twice before trying to mess with you. Not that you're intimidating, but I think you just command a lot of respect. I think you're seen as someone who is consistent, so someone who stays true to their values and their morals. You're seen as someone who is generous, but sensible. Not like you're just freely giving away your energy and your resources to anyone who asks for it. But it's like, if you deem someone worthy of your time and energy and resources, you will generously share it with them. I feel like people recognize that, like you're very generous, but not to just anybody. So I feel like there's a lot of people who will try to get on your good side. To be on your good side is seen like a privilege. I think there's a lot of people who look up to you like that. And you doing things in your own unique way is also something that people admire a lot about you. You could have some copycats, but like in a flattering kind of way, like people who take inspiration from you, people who dress like you, people who work like you, people who create like you, people who speak like you. I'm also hearing people would love to be inside your head. And I don't mean that like they want to read your mind, but they wish they could have your mind and like have the knowledge that you have or the sense that you have. How do I say that? Like the taste that you have, the eye that you have for something. They wish they could have that. So I feel like you do have quote unquote copycats, but they can't really capture your essence. What do people love about you? Career, okay? So you have a lot of admirers for your accomplishments, for projects that you're working on or have worked on. Your career path has maybe inspired a lot of people. People could think that what you are working on or what you've contributed to is very cool, very impressive, very helpful. And again, there's a feeling with this that you are incredibly skilled in something, like you're a master of something. It's interesting that we have career and then we also have the 10th house here. And actually, like career messages have been coming out in a lot of groups today, which is interesting. Maybe it's just time for us collectively to level up in our careers and especially to claim our brilliance. Like if you're coming through as the King of Pentacles, you should know how capable you are and you should know how deserving you are of the opportunities you want. King of Pentacles is kind of excellent, like at the top. There's something coming through about approaching your inner critic with curiosity could be a way to shut it down, because rather than being like, oh, there's my inner critic again, like, shut up. And instead of that, just plainly questioning it, like, why? What makes you say that? Your inner critic will quickly realize that what it's saying is not necessarily rooted in reality. So if you let it talk, its baselessness will be exposed rather than just trying to shut it down. Being like, what makes you say that? Why? If you're so logical, surely you can explain. I do feel like you're meant to be well known, or you are well known, and you're meant to leave a lasting imprint on whatever field you're in, or the field that you currently aspire to is meant to be impacted in a major way by you. So let's figure out who this specific person is who wants to tell you. I was gonna say how much they love you, okay. Who wants to tell you how much they love you and what they love about you. Who is this person coming through? I think this is someone who has had feelings for you for a long time. What? Everything I'm saying sounds romantic. Someone who's had feelings for you for a long time. And I'm hearing real feelings. Do some of you, do some of you feel when people like you or profess feelings for you, you think like, oh, they just like the idea of me. They don't like the real me. Like kind of shutting it down if someone has feelings for you. I feel someone being like, oh, they think they have feelings for me, but they haven't really seen the real me. So how could they know that? Or like, they just think they like me, or they just like the idea of me. And maybe you're right. Like maybe sometimes people do idealize you and project their own fantasies onto you. Or maybe sometimes are you maybe shutting people out? I don't know. I'm just observing the energy. We have Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. This is someone who's had feelings for you for a long time, but hasn't necessarily expressed them to you. If they did, they probably expressed it in an indirect way. Didn't really, or weren't really honest about the extent of their feelings. They've maybe debated a lot about whether they want to tell you. So I don't think this is someone who's been upfront with just how much they care about you and how strong their feelings are. Maybe they give you sort of a watered down version of it. Maybe they don't say anything at all, but little glimpses of it come out in their actions or how they behave around you. Let's roll. Okay, we have Pisces. So that's the third time Piscean energy is appearing. This person could have Pisces placements. They could be someone you dream about, or this person dreams about you. Someone who's kind of on the back of your mind. I heard all the time. Or someone who's often on the back of your mind. Someone whose presence is just kind of lingering around you often. Even if they're not frequently like physically present in your life or not directly present in your life, it feels like their energy kind of lingers around you, which could be because they're thinking about you a lot. So you feel their energy around because they're pulling on your energy. What does this person love about you? We have psychic abilities. We have this Pisces energy, Ace of Cups, psychic abilities. Is this someone, and there's a message about like, you might dream about them, they might dream about you. You could take this if it resonates. You could have like a psychic connection or a spiritual connection to this person. Even if they haven't told you up front how they feel, I'm sure you have picked up on that energy. This could be someone who admires you for your connection to spirit and for your psychic abilities. This could be someone whom you have actually inspired to explore that side of them more and to believe in, I'm hearing the hidden realms. And there was also that message earlier about you working with unseen forces. Let's take a look at the specific person you wanted to hear about. What do they love about you? life purpose. Okay, there's two different interpretations that are coming to me at the same time. One is that, okay, I wonder if for some of you this is the same person. That could be a confirmation for some of you. Like the person who wanted to come through and the person you wanted to hear from. These could be the same person. One interpretation of this is that you make this person feel more connected to their life purpose and inspire them to pursue their purpose. Another interpretation is that this person may actually feel that you are involved in the fulfillment of their life purpose, or there's some joint purpose that you share together, especially looking at this imagery of the two trees that are connected at the root. And then there's that message of like a psychic or spiritual connection. It's sort of giving maybe this is the same person, or there could also just be different individuals whom you share a psychic and spiritual connection with. But with these two cards together, I do think this person feels an energy of destiny when it comes to you and your connection. Like we are meant to be together, or we are meant to influence each other's lives. We are meant to do something together. We are meant to create something together. This person feels like they can't escape you. And I'm not saying that in the sense of they're trying to escape you, but it's like, even if I walk away from this connection, it always comes back around. Even if I get this connection out of my mind, it always comes back. I'm seeing a visual of something that it has like a round bottom and you can't really knock it over. I don't know why I'm seeing this. It's like you try to knock it down and it just comes back up. It can't actually be knocked down. They feel the connection with you as like a constant in their life. Whether they're trying to manifest it or not, it keeps coming back. Whether they're actively thinking about you or not, they will have dreams about you. And again, it's not like they're trying to escape from you or like, why is this happening? I think it's more like, oh, okay, so I'm being shown that this connection is part of my destiny or part of my life purpose. Yeah, there's really similar energies here because like there's the energy of someone who has felt strongly for you for a long time, and I'm hearing those feelings have stood the test of time. Like it's more than proven. How do I say that? It's been more than proven to them that this is not like just a phase or like some energy that will come and go. The emotions remain constant. I'm hearing psychic experiences. That's interesting. Remain constant. So this could be someone who has experienced kind of spooky, I'm hearing synchronicities when it comes to you, and they really feel like, okay, we have some sort of shared destiny. And I think just you existing, even if you're not directly interacting with this person, just you existing has really, really motivated them. And they're very grateful that you exist. And everything that they love about you, it's to do with your soul. It's not like something you've done. It's not something you've accomplished. It's not something you like, an act that you did for them or a thing that you gave them. It's just you existing. That in itself is what they're so grateful for. And they love your soul. You don't have to do anything more. You don't have to be anything more. You don't have to achieve anything more. It's just you being you and you being as you are. It's like they don't need anything from you in the 3D. Just keep being you. It feels like a very pure form of love and acceptance of you and support of you. That's beautiful. I mentioned Pisces energy, Capricorn energy could be significant as well. I think those are the two energies that are showing up the most in this reading. But water and earth signs in general are pretty strong here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, as well as Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's just one last thing I want to mention, because there was another group that had a strong masculine energy in the cards here, like all the figures appearing were male. And for you, group number 4, it seems to be feminine, because we have the Queen here, and then we have this woman on the Moon card. So you could be strongly connecting to your feminine energy at this time, or the divine feminine within you is asking to be heard and asking to be expressed and asking to be honored. I think that those are all the messages for my group number 4s. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have a link down below, my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch exclusive full-length pick a card readings, and you can watch extendeds from the YouTube readings, and you can watch both. That's going to be linked down below. It's a great time over there. And my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I'll also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here. And I'm sending so much love to you, to everyone who appeared in this reading, to your higher selves, your spirit guides, your spiritual teams, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.